Let's go about bone marrow. But before you try to understand bone marrow, you have to understand something else. So let's little go back. So in our body, we have 40 trillion cells. So you have 40 trillion, that is 40,000 billion cells. And there are blood cells, right? Red blood cell, white blood cell, platelets. So these cells are made by bone marrow, right? Clear? So we have 40 trillion cells, and among them there are red blood cells, white blood cells, and these are inside the blood. So these are blood cells. And these blood cells are produced by bone marrow. But let's see, where does bone marrow stay? If you look at a child has thigh bone, that is femur. Inside, in the center of this femur, the child has bone marrow. And this bone marrow will produce red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. And here, if you are an adult, this bone marrow is inside in the center of hip, that is ilium, and also in spine, in ribs, right, in skull. So the thing is that bone marrow is spongy tissue. So basically bone marrow is tissue and it is inside large bones. And this tissue, this spongy tissue, this bone marrow will produce red blood cells. Why? Because red blood cell, with the help of hemoglobin, take all the oxygen all the way, all the parts of your body. And this bone marrow will produce white blood cells. Why? Because white blood cells will protect yourself from viruses, bacteria, antigens. But what about platelets? Platelets are necessary because to protect your blood from leaving your body. So if you cut and the blood is getting out of your body, then very bad. So to protect blood, you need platelets so that when it bleeds, platelets will stop the bleeding. And platelets should be in range. Suppose one